Let's do it.
Welcome, everybody. I know that this broadcast is live. We're going to get started here in about the next 60 seconds. Really excited to be here with you guys today, as well as my guest, Aaron AJ Crosbie, which you guys will hear more from today. But in the meantime, I need you guys to do one favor and one favor alone. Share this link out so we can get tons of engagement, because the value that's going to be dropped here tonight is always amazing, right? So I'm going to go ahead and share this out. Okay, share to the groups. And you guys can go ahead and do the same thing. Yes, please go ahead and do that. Let's see. I might get kicked out for this, but I'm going to share it to the GoPro challenge group. It is okay, right? I mean, what are we if we can't have fun, right? Everyone tune in now. I think you're muted, Aaron.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yes. All right. So again, if you guys are here, make sure to share and tag some of your friends. It's been some time since I've done these, so I'm really excited to be here with you guys today. And we're going to get started here in just 60 seconds. Let's give some people some time to log on. Share.
Let me get this shared out.
I hope you guys are having an amazing week so far. Oh, yeah, I see what's going on. Let me change the privacy. Make sure it's public. There we go. Awesome. Let me go ahead and change this lighting. Here we go. Much better. Now we can see me. I still love those lights in the back that you guys all have set up. Like I feel so out of the loop. I'm not part of the crew.
I know it was actually George that put us on these.
Who?
George Lee. He's the one that put us on, man.
Really? Shouts to George Lee. What's up,
big
family?
Shouts,
awesome.
Big shouts.
Big shouts to George Lee. George Lee, you better get on this call if you're not. We're starting this a little different today. Technical difficulties earlier, of course. You guys know with me and my technical difficulties lately. It's all gravy. You know what I just realized? I went live earlier and my shirt was completely see-through. So you guys can...
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Hey, it is hot girl summer for me because I'm losing weight. And so Veronica's gets really excited. I bought crop tops and shorts and everything. I'm 10 again. 10, listen to me. Who was a 10-year-old who's running around with crop tops?
Oh my God.
Don't listen to me, guys. I'm still renovating everything in my house. So you guys are going to see this here still for the next couple of weeks. But in the meantime, let's enjoy some conversation.
Let's do it,
so
man.
I'm going to kick this. Yeah, it's Friday. So let me do an official welcome. Everyone, welcome to Fired Up Friday, hosted by yours truly, Veronica Adams, CEO of the Superhuman Movement. Sometimes I forget that I am a CEO. I'm a CEO of my life, but also CEO of the Superhuman Movement. Today, very excited to have my guest, master trader, entrepreneur, Mr. AJ Crosbie, better known as Aaron to some of us. Straight from the UK. He has a lot to share with us tonight. I'm not going to speak too much on his behalf because the way he tells his stories is pretty awesome. But I'm very excited to finally kick off this month in my birthday month. And thank you all so much for those birthday wishes that were given to me on Tuesday. Thank you guys so much. That was amazing. But let's get into it, Aaron. So everyone, please drop some fire down below for Mr. Aaron Crosbie. Aaron, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm better now that you're here. So thank you so much for having me on.
Guys, right before this, he's here cracking up because last minute I'm here putting all my makeup and everything on. He's just like, you're fine, right? So Aaron, okay, tell me a little bit. So the first thing I am going to ask you, because we are talking about birthdays and everyone's been asking people's birthdays and how old they are and all that. I'm not going to ask you how old you are because that's kind of rude, but I will ask you when your birthday is.
My birthday is on the 23rd of December, and I'm actually 28.
Oh, you're 20. Gosh, you're a baby.
Yeah, I'm still young.
Nobody will
Hello.
guess. Nobody will guess. Well, actually, some people actually know. You guys, let me know if you guys can guess what my birthday is. I'm not going to say it out loud. Us females have, what do you say? This is Cassie's idea. But it's true. We always go through so much. You guys have no clue what we go through. So anyway, so that makes you a Capricorn, right?
I am, yes. Capricorn.
You're actually on the cusp, if you didn't know. You're on the cusp of Sagittarius and Capricorn. I'm on the cusp of Aries and Taurus, so I know. Sometimes I'm like, which one is it?
If you're Aries and Taurus, is that May, June?
No, that is my birthday was just this week, Aaron. We started off we're in April, right?
I didn't get the memo. I didn't get the memo, man.
You weren't here.
Oh, no.
You were binary trading with Javed Khan. By the way, shouts to Javed. He's been killing it lately. I don't know what his win to loss ratio is, but he's been killing it lately. You guys don't know what that is. We do trade in the Forex market. He is a master trader, but we've been lately, I don't know what this fad is. It's not a fad. It's making us a lot of money, but us having to trade binary trading. If you guys love binary trading as much as we do, go ahead and drop a fire down below. I see Miss Amy. Hi, Amy. Cassie's making fun of my 420 birthday right here.
Oh, just before we move on from the subject, Veronica, let me just say this. I actually wished you a happy birthday this week, so I'm off the hook.
Did you really? Wait, we're going to check this because now I have to verify my sources.
Check in the leadership chat.
Oh, in the leadership chat. Well,
yeah.
Do you have to have headphones? Because I'm hearing a feedback off mine. Yeah, or you can put the volume down a little bit.
Give me 2 seconds. Let me get it.
I'm going to let him go do that, guys. Again, in the meantime, I want to thank you all for being here. This is my Fired Up Friday. Go ahead and put a hashtag replay. If you are watching this replay will only be available for the next 30 days. So just make sure you tune in and share it out. We're going to go ahead and share some knowledge here. We're just going to have a conversation, right? This week, I'm feeling a little bit more relaxed, having a great time. It's been an amazing ride. For those of you who may not know, I did just deal with COVID in the beginning of April. And, I think everyone's well wishes and me using holistic practices really helped me get and kick it pretty decent. But I also did take time for myself. And sometimes when we do get sick, it's for us to kind of step back, slow down, and reevaluate everything, right? So we actually have one of our master binary traders on here, Chris and Haresh. So everyone, please drop some fire emojis down below for them. They're probably going to go ahead and drop some nuggets here. They always do. You guys are awesome. We have the most amazing team, not just trading team, guys. We actually provide more than just Forex education, right? And a little bit of what we actually offer while Aaron is on the move. We actually provide Forex education, stock education, indices. So for those of you who trade them, but also buy stocks, e-commerce, binary trading. And for those of you who are really big fanatics like myself, cryptocurrency, right now is the best time to buy coins. Can anyone tell me why? Hey, Bridget, can anyone tell me why it's the best time to buy cryptocurrency? I want to hear from the crew, because remember, this is a conversation. So I want to hear more about you guys and what you guys think about cryptocurrency. If I keep looking to the left, it's because my screen is still to the left, you guys. We're gonna work that. I know you love crypto. There we go. Right here. There it is. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. If anyone doesn't know what that means buy low, sell high. We're not selling. We're holding, HODL, holding on for dear life. No one knew what that meant. Somebody. There we go. Dalen said it best. It is on sale. Cryptocurrency is on sale. So you guys don't buy things at its highest point. You buy it at the dip, right? Right, Aaron?
Buy the dip, man. Diamond hands. Buy the dip. You need diamond hands, not paper hands, man. That's what they say.
Yeah, man. Demi even mentioned it. The streets are bleeding. See, what people forget to realize is a lot of what goes on in the markets is based on rumors. A lot of it's based on rumors, right? So did you hear what had happened, Aaron, and why crypto started to go on sale, which is perfect.
Yeah, no, I did hear. I heard initially it was something about, I think it's like three brothers or something. That's some kind of conspiracy. Something weird happened.
Really?
What is that? Did you hear what it was?
No, what I heard was that Biden said something about
Oh, that was the other part.
taxing. Yeah. See, we're in the US, we hear all the BS, right? So he was taxing, he's going to tax cryptocurrency and what I think like 85%. First of all, guys, it's a rumor. BS. You can't do that. You can't do that. Legally, he cannot do that. I know presidents have a lot of say and everything, but especially for us here in the US, I know it's kind of annoying. But I promise he's not going to do that. And yeah, so we're good. So, but you heard what did you hear about three brothers? What'd you hear?
Well, apparently there were two things. The first is absolutely what you just mentioned there, which is obviously this so-called, Biden going to put on 46% taxes on
40,
investment.
Oh my God.
40, I think it's like 47. I was corrected earlier on by Skylar. He said 47, but that's capital gains, right? So, I mean, I think, what are you guys now, like 20?
I think so.
Yeah, like we're 20 over here in the UK.
Coinbase, so
yeah, 20 to 46 is just
that's a huge. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. But have you seen anything?
Side, there was also a scandal. I was told of it in a passing conversation with a partner recently, but I don't know the exact facts. It's left my head. But there was some kind of scandal with three brothers, some kind of financial crime, and that was to do with Bitcoin as well. Which again, that was something in the news which gave it a bit of a hit. But I've been calling this massive dip on Bitcoin for a while now, and it's something we should talk about because I'll be honest with you. I had I sent a couple of charts on Instagram. And I had a couple of people in my inbox quite angry. They said, Bitcoin's never going to come down. You're crazy. And I said, look, it's going to come down. I love Bitcoin. I'm a big Bitcoin fan, but it's going to come down, right? So, here we are.
This is where our skill set as Forex traders to be able to read the markets and manage our emotions and practice patience, right? There's a lot of benefits about understanding not just Forex in general, but being a risk manager. That's exactly what Forex traders are, risk managers, right? And when we talked about this in your journey, because you got pretty impatient in the beginning when you jumped into into learning it. And how did that go for you? How did that begin for you? Now that we're having this conversation.
Oh man, let's put it this way. It was funny, right? Because I was at the garage earlier on, and this story ties in with what I'm going to say in response to your question, right? I was at the garage earlier on, and I pulled up, and it's quite funny. I went to the garage the other day, and I put I like to wash my own car, right? Because you go sometimes to the car wash, and they do it all fucking crazy.
I wash my own car. Yeah, I wash my own car.
They swirl around. You get swirl marks on your car, and it just winds me. So I go, do you know what? I'm going to do it properly. I'll do it myself, right? So I'll either do it at home, or I go to the kind of place where you've got the jet hoses and you can do it yourself, right? With all the equipment and whatever. So I went to the jet hose place, and the other day I went there, I put some coins in the thing, and it swallowed my money up, right? And I was like, oh, this is annoying. So I thought, do you know what? It was only like a few pounds, which isn't much money, but it was the principle. I was like, do you know what? I want my money back. So I ended up calling the company. I said, look, your thing swallowed my change, man. I said, your thing is, hold on.
Oh, wait, you're muted.
My mic does this crazy thing every now and then. Hold up one sec.
Your mic, I'd rather my mic do that than my screen. My screen, I feel like it's like The Exorcist. It just does it, starts twisting his head around. It's like, what are you doing? I need you.
Can you hear me now?
I got to see what I'm doing. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you for some reason now. You're muted, Veronica. But yeah. Anyway, just continue the story, right? So I said, I want my money back, right? So I decided to give him a call, and I said, look, you swallowed up my cash. I need my money back. So they ended up sending me a letter today with a few pounds in it, right? So I go ahead and I go back to.
Okay, there we are.
Veronica?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, cool. So I ended up going back to the place today to go ahead and spend some of my pounds there that I got recompensated. And I was at the garage, and there was this guy there in his car, and he had a really lovely car. And he stopped. We started talking, and we got talking about the trading journey and Forex, because he was like, what do you do? And I asked him what he did, etc. But the point is this: he was speaking to me about, I've always wanted to get into trading. I've always wanted to get into cryptocurrency. And he said, look, my dad did this trading thing last year, and he said my dad made this awful mistake. What my dad did is he started to buy gold. And it was going really well. He ended up like £15,000 to £30,000 in profit, and then it went the wrong way, right? And what he did is, he was manually trading, but what he did is he just absorbed these massive losses, and he put more money into the trading account to try and recover his losses. And he took loans out and got debt, and it was crazy. And in the end, he ended up with a huge loss, and his whole account was blown, right? And I said to him, I said, I can relate to this so much, because in my first year, I made £60,000 worth of mistakes, right? And when I decided to go, right, okay, maybe I do need a bit more education. I need more than just education. I need a mentor to put his hand on my shoulder and say, son, okay, it's time now for you to stop messing around. That's what I needed, right? And my point to him was, look, whether you go and do a course, or you learn from someone, or you get a mentor, whatever it is you do, okay, don't make £60,000 worth of mistakes in your first year like I did, or like your dad did. Do it differently, because there's something in this world, right? The saying goes like this: a smart man will learn from his mistakes. A wise man will learn from other people's mistakes, right? Before it happens to them. So yeah,
I like that. Yeah, but this is why I always mention to people when they're just like, oh, I want to learn this on my own. I'm like, what? You really think the people that made their money, that have scaled up, they did it on their own? No. Maybe the basic stuff, but in order for you to understand and to know how to do things not just the right way, but the profitable way, so you reduce your risk. That's also another thing about being a risk manager, is understanding where the risk is involved, and knowing that if you're going to make more mistakes on your own by learning on your own, why not find somebody to be able to help you and teach you, right? Each one teach one. I love that. And if they're already profitable, cut the corners for yourself. Don't make it like a scenic route, go straight to it from point A to point B, not from point A to Z to T to S and then back to B. And you're just like, damn, I was just here. What am I doing wrong? Because a lot of us don't have that capacity to do it on our own. I never, ever tell anyone to learn the skill set on their own, right? Yeah. Especially when it comes to financial markets, anything to do with money. Why? Because time is money and money is time. And if you earn your income because you have a regular job, if you don't know what you're doing with it, essentially it's like leaving your home unlocked and inviting all the thieves in the neighborhood to come inside. You really think they're going to manage it? No, it's going to be taking things from you. It's going to be gone next thing you know, right? That's how I see it. Yeah. That's how I see about going into the markets blindly. And for those who are crypto enthusiasts, buying when it's like, oh my God, it's so exciting. All of a sudden they're buying at the high. And what happens? It dips down low, 20, 30, 40%, and they freak out. And what do people do? Sell.
Paper hands, man.
And that's why brokers make their money. Right, but it's true, right? But that's why they make their money. You have to be a savvy investor. In order for you to be a savvy investor, you have to have the proper mentorship, the proper education, and just more than anything, patience. I had to learn that one. That was my hardest one, was patience. And that's what we were talking about, previously. So we have a question in the chat. The question is this year, do you have any interest in Bitcoin or crypto? I think what you mean is that there's an interest in it, meaning that I don't understand the question. Maybe you can understand the question. Thank you, Marilee.
I think she's saying, here we go. I think she's saying, do you have an interest in Bitcoin or crypto? I'll go ahead and answer first. Yes, absolutely. Veronica would tell you that, we go ahead and we invest in lots of early stage cryptocurrencies. We've been trading cryptocurrencies now for years as well. But it's an amazing market. There's literally unparalleled gains that you can make in this market. I'm of course a Forex guy. Forex is what made me. but there's no way that you can even compare the gains that you can get in a Forex chart to a crypto chart. If you know how to trade Forex, when you go ahead and then trade Bitcoin or Ethereum or anything like that, you're going to see, wow, okay, the thing moves a lot further, right? It's a lot more volatile. It means that you can get your ass kicked very fast if you don't know what you're doing. But if you do know what you're doing and you're ready to take on a new challenge, trust me, trading cryptocurrency is amazing, as well as investing. I'm more of an investor when it comes to cryptocurrency, but I love to trade it. Trading is my new thing as well. But what about yourself, Veronica?
Well, it's interesting because I tell this story often when it comes to cryptocurrency that I was a semi-early adopter in 2016, and I made the mistake after one of the platforms that I was using to gain interest on Bitcoin. I had Bitcoin from when it was $400 a coin. Okay, so you can imagine I had several of them.
Feel? How does that feel?
Oh my God. It's literally, I mean, at least I wasn't one of those.
You meant to hold, Veronica. You meant to hold, man. Come on.
No, I had it up until it was 600, and then I bought again at 2,200. So I had my money, but the problem is I never thought it was gonna be 20K, 50K, 65, 7. No one knew. We knew it was gonna be big, but we didn't think it was gonna be this big. So anyways, long story short, something happened with the platform that I had been investing in. They went off the map. They took like 2.5 of my coins that were kind of still sitting in there, gaining interest. And I had another 2 coins. So guess what Veronica did? Veronica, when she had some issue with Coinbase, it initiated like a purchase of 1 full coin. At that time was $617. And I was like, wait, I didn't do that. You know what I mean? And I was like, that maybe they're hacking my stuff. Maybe they have the information. So I was like, you know what? Cancel that transaction. You see how we see it? Hindsight is 2020, right? Cancel that transaction. And then I sold off all my Bitcoin. I didn't look at it again until it was $2,200. And, I wanted to shoot myself in the foot, which, I did, but not literally.
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
Listen, Siri, no one's talking to you. So that was me. Are you guys able to hear me? Do you hear me? It's starting to give out. That's what's going on. It's the internet.
Yeah, I think I lost you there, V.
Yeah, it's the internet. If it happens again, just kind of take over, do your thing. It's been going in and out all day. It's all
no worries.
So, what the whole point of the story is, especially on both ends, is one, get educated. Okay, both Aaron and myself are part of this platform. We're actually semi-business partners. We're business partners on the platform.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We have an entire team of people who have already have enough experience. We're intermediate masters, or even pretty intermediate basic, or not basics, intermediate newbies. I like to call them, only because they've had some experience, but now they're getting the proper education and the proper mentorship and support, which is far different. I'll tell you, completely different than getting into a platform, signing up under somebody, by the way, that brings you on, that literally knows nothing and never plugs in. And is just there for some kind of commissions or residuals, never plugging into the platform, which I'm sure you guys have witnessed. There's some of you who I know for sure that are on here. Type in number 1 if you've ever joined a platform and never got any support, because I want to actually hear this.
Far too often, man. Far too often.
Yeah, did that happen with you at all when you first started, or you kind of just?
Oh my God, yeah, completely. I saw the opportunity and I wanted it so badly that I thought we just have to make our own support, because if there's no support really coming from elsewhere, you've just got to make it yourself, right? But let me say this before we go into this point. Veronica, I was seriously impressed this week, right? I looked at our team and I realized that our team is 90% traders.
Oh yeah,
90% of people are just trading on our team, not even network marketing. So imagine that you've got most of these network marketing trading companies where you've got just the majority of people network marketing. Some people don't even know what a pip is. Some people don't even trade, but they're promoting trading. Our team is mainly all traders. How magnificent is that? I love that.
You know what I think that's one of the things that I mentioned before we moved from the platform that we were previously in, was my main focus was always trading first. Always.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you want to refer and make that extra money, who am I to tell you no? Because I'm doing it too. But I think only because I can't stop talking about it. I quite literally talk trading most of my day. It'll somehow get into a conversation. Someone will ask me what I'm doing. You know, someone asked me how my week was. Someone asked me how I make my money. You know, these questions happen to me all day, every day. So can you imagine me saying like, oh yeah, I trade. Oh, cool. What's that about? Well, I don't know. You can go ahead and talk to the person I'm learning from. Like, no, let's have a conversation. I have something we can plug into. I've been doing it now, like I like dusting off my shoulders, right, for the last almost 4 years, and I've been profitable for now the last year and maybe the last year and month, because I know it started soon. Like I started profiting I think COVID hit, and I buckled down, and then 3 weeks later, I'm here like scalping Nas to make my money, you know, because it was one of those situations. It's one of those situations that it was like now or never. It's either, Veronica, you're going to find something to make money, you know, because you lost the resources of income when COVID began. Are you going to take this crap seriously or not? You know, you started this, you've been in and out with it. You've been kind of like on and then off and not really serious. And I hunkered down and I did it. I was like, screw it, I got to do this, you know? So, but the reason I say that is because I know that many of you who've watched, or you know somebody who has, and not just in the Forex space, who've started something and given up, started something that they were passionate about, or they were really excited about, and they give up. And we can talk about this probably all day, and the support and everything, and why that's so crucial to learning a skill set especially such as this one, you know?
Well, do you know what? On that note, this is a really good point. And I tweeted about this today, and it's that most people in the gym, what they do is they go, okay, cool, I'm going to do 6 reps. I'm going to do 3 sets. Okay. They count to 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now I'm done. Right. And they go, oh, that wasn't too hard. I say, oh, okay, I'll go a bit heavier next set. It wasn't too hard. So they go a bit heavier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're like, oh yeah, I could have done more, but I'm aiming for 6. Right. The problem is that what you're doing is you're counting 6 reps. But what you should be doing is only counting when it gets hard. You have, in the gym, if you want to get good results, you have to push up into the point of failure. Because if you don't push into a failure, you're not working at your limit. And if you're not working at your limit, your muscles aren't forced to stretch. Your muscles only get bigger because you're putting them under stress. So they have to get stronger to go ahead and do the activity, right?
Yeah.
It's a physical adaptation. So if you're just giving up on your 6th rep, but you're not feeling tired, you're not working, right? And it's just, you apply the same logic to life. What most people do is when things get tough, they give up. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm stressed. This is tough. It's been a week and I'm not a massive trader, you know. It's been 3 months and I'm not a big network marketer. Most people give up. But if you can push yourself through it, right? And you push yourself through the 3 months, you push yourself through the 1 year barrier, you make friends, you make connections, you practice every single day, then you're going to become a Veronica or an Ali Saleh or a Thomas Carver or, you know, a George Lee or a Scala or, you know, even myself, right? You have to push through the pain barrier to get to success.
Absolutely. And I'm glad, that's actually a good point. I don't know if it's more current generations, but we are spoiled. Now that we have tech at our fingertips, you know, internet, that like lightning speed, it happens in an instant. We've become a microwave society, and it's been going on for some time, but it gets worse and worse as tech gets better and better, and the more connected we are. But on top of that, we forget that things take work. It's not just talent. It takes work. It takes dedication. It takes consistency. For someone to lose weight, like, so for example, we look at the contrast, right? Women, I can only speak for myself and for what I've seen, is women can take 2 routes, right? They can either work towards the body of their dreams, which will take time, some dedications, a little bit of sacrifice, and changing things up for themselves. So changing themselves so they can, or changing their habits so they can change themselves, or they go for a little bit of nip tuck and be done in 3 weeks. Do you see what I'm saying? But it's true. It's true, right? One
easier than the other, right?
Exactly. And I'm not against either one of it. Whatever your choice is, that's completely up to you. My thing is that I like for things to be earned. Why? You value it more.
Yes.
You value it more. Just like in a relationship. If a relationship is that easy, or after a couple of text conversations, you guys aren't feeling each other, if you didn't actually take have a date and put down your phone, and relationships take work. Having anything, it takes work. It takes dedication and it takes consistency. Anything you want to do in your life, guys, anything, promise you put a little bit of work, dedication, and you prioritize why you're doing it, you'll change the game for yourself completely. Shift your whole mindset around it. Right.
Well,
but if it's not important, don't do it. Anything worth having,
anything worth having never comes easy,
Nope.
Nothing that was amazing in this world, was created in an instant. Everything takes patience and time, and you've got to be the alchemist of your own success. You really have to be.
Absolutely.
You have to mix up magical potions. You have to take back steps, go forward. Go back 2 steps, go forward 1. Do a handstand, do a hop on the spot. You have to make things happen. You have to make things click, man. Entrepreneurship is crazy. It really is. It's ups and downs. You could be making $2 million last year, and you could be at a $1 million loss the next year. But that's entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
It's never a straight line, man. But I tell you what, for me, it's better than working a job. That's just me.
I mean, without a doubt, especially once you get through the toughest times in the building side of everything or learning side, then you start to gain that freedom. And people think, oh, well, damn, this is so hard. Entrepreneurship is supposed to be like, I work an hour a day and never work again in my life. No, that's not the way it goes. There has to be a level of work or work ethic and, and sweat equity that you have to put into it in order to come out on top, in order to create that freedom for yourself. Right. It's not always like hitting the lottery and you're done. And on top of that, by the way, speaking of total side note, lottery winners, typically within the first 2 years, their money's gone. They didn't know how to manage it, because it just came to them. They didn't actually earn it. They don't know the value of it because it just kind of came to them.
This is a really important point, because it says this, right? When poor people get money, they usually aren't able to keep money, and the reason they can't keep
mindset
is due to a lack of financial education as well. Mindset and financial education, and this is the difference, right? And you can really learn these through things like Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. What Robert Kiyosaki would tell you is that what the rich do is they invest in revenue generating assets. We're talking things like gold, we're talking property, real estate, we're talking stock market, things that you put your money in, secure things that you put your money in, and over the long term they steadily grow. And at the rate of cost of living and inflation versus your revenue generating asset, over time it appreciates even more steeply. Okay. So that's amazing. Now what the poor do is they will earn money, and if a poor person gets rich, typically what they do is they go, Lambo, right? Holiday, gold chain, I've got nothing left, I couldn't keep it, and now I'm broke again. Yeah.
I find that so amusing, because in order to sustain that kind of lifestyle anyways, you have to have more money coming in, and so they think that one source of income is enough. I already know. What's funny is that I thought about it for years. So my dad is an avid lottery player, right? Love you, Dad, by the way. But because I know he's gonna watch this, he always does. But but the thing is that I already know, because he's talked about it for so long, that I already know, like, doesn't matter how much it is, whether it's 100,000 or $1 million, I know exactly how I would segment it, where I would invest it, where I would put it, what I would do with it. And it's come over time. Because in the beginning, it was like, okay, 10% tithing, and that's what I thought, 20% savings, and then like buy my family a house and use another 10% to shop and save the rest. That's how it started, right? It has evolved and grown into, all right, so then this asset is growing. I know this account is coming. E-commerce business can use a little bit of extra ad spend. Like my son has 2 or 3, a college fund, this fund, whatever. Okay, so my mom needs this. And so these literally so specific, down to percentages, down to amounts and everything, should it be whatever it would be, right? But that's me. I think Rich Dad Poor Dad is one of them. I'm glad that you mentioned that, because that's amazing. And
go ahead and watch his YouTube channel as well.
Yes.
If you haven't. He's great on there.
Yes. There's a lot of people. I mean, Dan Locke, I think that's the way his name is. Grant Cardone. I mean, we can drop tons of names. Tim Ferriss, Elon Musk even.
Oh, yeah.
He's brilliant. People think he's crazy, but the dude is really brilliant. They really do. Someone actually asked you a question in the chat
Oh, yeah.
and asked, how long did it take you to be profitable?
Oh, yes, that's from Sherelle. So look, there's two answers to this question. And the reason there's two answers is because I had profitable weeks and I had profitable months towards the back end of my first year. But I wouldn't have called myself a profitable trader in my first year. And there's a reason for that. Just because I had profitable weeks and profitable months, okay, it didn't always add up perfectly. Let me tell you why. I could have 2 or 3 profitable weeks in a month, but then my non-profitable week could wipe out the entire profits of my profitable 3 weeks. So for me, that wasn't being profitable, not overall. Right. And, I could have a profitable month, 1 month, and then my next month, I could get my ass kicked 2 times over. So in my first year, I was, what kept me going more than anything was that it kept, the market kept giving me tasters of profitability. It kept saying, okay, we'll give you a good week. We'll give you another couple of good weeks. We'll give you a good month, but next month we're going to keep you humble and keep you in check. And I didn't really want to accept it. I was kind of in denial about it a little bit. My friends would ask me and I'd say, no, yeah, it's all going really well. Because you know what it is.
I've done it. Don't worry. I'm so guilty of it. And I can say that jokingly now, right? We can say it laughing now, but it sucked at the time. Especially when I used to bartend and I would take my profits and I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna open a $300 account and then trade gold on it at like 5 cents, micro. No, Veronica, you didn't know. First of all, you didn't know how to count pips, apparently, because that's 50 cents a pip, and then you're here taking, 50 to 80 point moves or pip moves, however you can do that with gold. I just, but it was insane. I didn't know what I was doing and it moved so quickly at the time. I remember this one time I started an account with $200 and I traded it up to like $850. I was so excited in one day. So you know what I was doing. I was over trading. I got too cocky. I was writing a move. And then I was like, perfect. So this is already paid for my dinner and my car for the week and all that. So I'm going to close out. Now, what I didn't do was secure my profits. I left it running, forgot to put my TP or at least a stop loss in profit. No, I looked at like not even an hour later and it had pulled back. And because I didn't secure anything and I had too many positions open, it just I think it went down to like 250. So I was like, well, at least I made 250. It closed me out. It's like, no, you can't handle this move. But it was, I talk about that all the time. And guys, this doesn't mean, again, and I want every time what we're talking about right now, especially when it comes to the financial markets or any investment, understand that there is a risk. Do not trade what you're not willing to lose. Okay. But being a risk manager, aka a Forex trader, allows you to look at things in a very observing nature and then understand everything that goes into whatever you're seeing on the chart, whatever trades you're taking. And our platform has amazing educators, amazing risk management when it comes to the trades. And we have tons of people profiting about that. And I'm going to plug this in real quick because I know that there's some people who are on here kind of waiting for a call later. It is 7:38 Eastern Standard Time at 8 p.m. So in the next 22 minutes, we actually have a call that's going to go over all the information that I'm kind of throwing in there as well. So if you want to join me on that, go ahead and DM me. If you know Aaron, go ahead and DM Aaron. But either way, we're going to give you the same information for the call. So we'll just send it over and definitely join us on that. So you can understand really and grasp the tools that we help new members or newbies, really anybody who's never really profited or intermediate, because I still take trades from there, especially Titan. I'm obsessed with Titan. I love indices. So what's your favorite one, by the way, since we're on topic? I already know. I'm not going to answer the question for you.
Do you know what? My favorite one to recommend to people especially is it's hard. I'm split between two. One is the binary NFX, okay, and the other one is the relic. Because I've got people that go on there and trade the relic and they're like, Aaron, I made like 60% today on the relic. I'm like, what? I'm like, wow. People are making crazy gains. The other day, they put PMON token on there, right? PMON in one day went 10,000. I think it's 10,600% in profit. Like,
I mean, that's
crazy.
Insane. Well, for what you guys, if you guys don't know what Relic is our cryptocurrency app. right? So all of these applications that we're talking about are applications that are called by 6, 7, 8-figure traders. I think one of them is a 10-figure trader. So I'm kind of getting ahead at this point, but they are essentially predicting what's going on in the market based on analysis and letting us know what to do. Now, the cool part about the Relic app, it is primarily focused on, focused on cryptocurrency. It is a cryptocurrency app, and you can buy and hold, or, I mean, you cannot probably use it to trade, right? If it's on one of the platforms. I don't know if that's a good idea, but you know, I wouldn't know because I only take them and hold them. I buy them and hold them. So.
Oh yeah, no, they do actual crypto trading on our app as well. So you know they'll say to you something like GRT USD, set your stop loss here, which is like X%, and your TP1 is 10%, TP2 is 30%, TP3 is 100%, and TP4 is 400% or whatever. Those are more like the trading side of it, or the investing side. They'll be like, okay, buy PMON, right? And you saw what it did. So it's amazing. So the Relic app will offer you trading cryptocurrencies and investing cryptocurrencies. So that's amazing.
I only say that because my Binance US is still verifying. So all I can do is buy and hold. So thank you, Binance.
Yes.
Plug. No, Binance is things drive me nuts. They can't verify. I don't know why they are not able to verify.
So let me ask you something. Let's do that.
So
the spotlight's on you now. Let me put a big shiny bright light on you. So question time.
Yeah.
So what is it in 2021, right? For you've come to this point now. We're April the 24th, and you've got probably 3/4, maybe a bit less, of the year ahead of you. What's motivating you into the rest of this year? What's your motivation right now?
Well, it's funny you ask, because I was just having this conversation, is the fact that my father is retiring. He's going to be here in June. And so I feel like now he's going to be present for everything that I'm doing. You know, he watches me here and there, but there's nothing more than being able to make my father proud, because he's literally been the reason why I even got into entrepreneurship, because he says, and he's told us this for years, he's like, and I don't know why he would say this, but this is what he believes is, I'm working my tail off so that you guys don't have to, right? But not only that, but just so that we can be able to explore and start learning what he's learned about investments, what he's learned about, you know, having proper credit and paying your bills on time and having it always enough, but then always knowing how to save and invest enough so that you can enjoy it as well, because he also owns property. So he's my reason. He's my reason. He's the reason that I started this in the first place, and why I was always so motivated. I was daddy's little girl, but whatever he did, I was like, oh, if he reads the Wall Street Journal, Veronica's going to read, you know, financial documents as well, and like learning how to do that. And that was him, you know, but also seeing the fact that he had many opportunities before we were born to do that. He was like working in the Diamond District in New York and all that really cool stuff, you know. Wow. Studio 54 days. Yeah. So he knows a lot about investments and the financial world. He just never got into it, you know? So I don't know. I felt like I was carrying the torch and said, Dad, don't worry. I got you. So when you retire, you're good. We're going to manage your properties, sell them probably, you know, buy some more, flip them. And, you know, so I've been like literally preparing. I'm not going to cry. I've been preparing for this like my whole life. I really have.
I hear you.
You know, and my son just turned 12. So it's another thing, teaching him to do what I'm already doing. So
I love that. So something interesting about you, something interesting. Oh, bless your heart. So something interesting about Veronica, guys, is that she was brought up in New York, but now lives over in Florida. So Veronica, a couple of questions. What was it like growing up in New York, and how is New York different now to Florida?
Well, I mean, outside of COVID, because they're so strict, but no. So when I grew up in New York, I grew up in the Bronx, in the South Bronx. So I was typical South Bronx, Puerto Rican, Dominican, you know, with like crazy stuff going on. There's like gangs, and then like there's like a variance between, there's some people who have money, some people that don't, but then they all hang out anyways. That's New York for you, right? But what's cool about that, again, to spotlight my father, because I'm just a total daddy's girl, right? That he made sure that we were always taken care of. So he busted his butt and put us through private school the entire time, right? And there was 3 of us. So I went to Catholic school from kindergarten to 8th grade. I never went to public school outside of Florida, but the one here I went to was a high-end was one of those that they had like a lot of the honors classes and IB Baccalaureate. So, you know, it was a very, very good school. Coral Gables Senior High, shouts to them because I love that school. But it was a totally different world. New York, you're in the city, people are straightforward, you know, a lot of like community events and things like that. And then you come to Florida, it's always sunny. I get to choose what I'm wearing because I'm no longer in Catholic school, which was a whole different world. You know, I have friends and they're more lax, and I skipped and like, oh my God, it was crazy. Like played hooky from school, what skipping is. And it was just totally different. Like I became myself here. You know, I started singing more. Oh yeah, I was a nerd and a half. Like glasses, the whole thing. Super best, you know, best grades ever. I laughed like a hyena. You know, I kept to myself. I kept to myself. I'd never like. This is
Veronica, you've got to upload a picture of you, but you back in the day on your Facebook. We got to see that. Come on.
Oh my God.
You've got to do that for us. Come on.
But I have some. I actually found some the other day that I was like, oh, I have to post these. I have.
Do you promise us you'll do it?
I will. Somebody has to hold me accountable and remind me though, because I'll forget.
I'm gonna hold you accountable. Okay, I got you.
So, but yeah, it's interesting because I don't know who I would have been if I would have stayed in New York. You know, like my plan was to go to become a veterinarian. Like that was my focus. But still write a book, you know, sing and all that. But I had more of like I was more focused. I'm a super nerd when it comes to science and all that. People don't know that. And I love biology, obsessed with biology and the way the body works and the way the mind works and psychology and all that. Like I just love the functions of things. And I think that's why I'm really good with trading, because I love watching the story play out. But yes, completely different person. You would have never known that was me, you know. And I had a lot of things happen, like a lot of things happen in my life. But of course, you know, you come out here to Florida and it's all sunshine and it's hot and you can, right after class, you can go to the beach. Like, who does that? You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what's interesting is that when we're young, we have this idea of how, you know, we think life is going to go for us. You know, I want to become this or I want to do that. You seem to have wanted to have become, you know, a veterinarian. But life obviously went in a different direction for either better or for worse. But what was it about becoming a veterinarian that you really liked, the idea of? And where did your life steer in a different direction?
Well, I love animals. I've always loved animals. I was the weird kid that would bring every animal home. At one point, I had 2 birds, 8 hamsters that I would breed and give away, by the way, 2 turtles, a mouse, a cat, a puppy, and like a bowl of fish.
So you're basically Dr. Dolittle. That's all I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Dr. Dolittle.
I mean, I might as well have. I would talk to them and everything. If they would die, I would like be depressed for, you know, ages and all. I was that kid. But I kept to myself mostly because I literally would look at people and I would wonder why some of them were so cruel, you know, because I used to get picked on so much. And I was like, you know what? I got my animals. I got my book. You know, I got my family. They love me. Like, that's how I used to think about things. But it used to hurt because I was like, I'm a nice person. I'm really smart. You know, this is how you know kids, right? I'm really smart. My family loves me. So then it came to the point, because I'm so stubborn and I would never let anybody see me in a space where I was like weak in any way, that that's actually how I taught myself confidence. Because I'm like, if they don't like me, but my family loves me, I think I'm okay. You know, I still got love, you know, so eventually all this will pan out. But the veterinarian thing is because, one, I love science and I've read every animal book in the library at the time when I was a kid. Like I was that kid. And that's what I thought. I was like, that's my passion, you know, taking care of animals, learning about animals, attending to them. Then I came to Florida. And I tapped into my singing, my dancing, like, you know, and being on stage and all that. And that's where my voice really was born, in my opinion.
So when was it that you discovered that you had this kind of natural talent for singing? You know, how did that come about?
Oh, since I was a kid. I was the one with the little Fisher-Price recorder recording everybody. I did this.
They were fire.
Interview.
They were fire.
Not kidding. Totally not kidding. Me and my brother, I used to interview. He used to get so mad at me because I would like, no, Andela, you're going to do it like this. This is the script. I would tell him this at like 5 or 6 years old. I promise, you know, and I was like, we're going to get dressed and we're going to do this. And me and my cousin, Vanessa, she would actually remember, we used to literally create series, like you can have a channel, like a commercial, a show, singing, interviews, skits, everything. That was us when we were kids. Oh my gosh, But our whole family, that part of the family, the Puerto Rican side, were very artistic. My parents actually met acting, but by the way, they were actors, and they met on the stages in New York, so like local theater and stuff like that. So I come from that. I didn't know that until like later on. Even my dad got booked to be in a telenovela, which is like a soap opera in Mexico, and he didn't take it because of us. He wanted to take care of us. There was already two of us, so he's like, no, my family comes first, and he gave that whole life up, gave it all up. So here I am again. Amazing. Torch pass. When you hear those stories, especially with I don't know what your father did. It seemed like he was also he was an entrepreneur. Is that correct?
No, he's corporate London. So he's like a C-level director in an IT firm in London. So that's why my dad and I were always like kind of slightly butting heads on my come up, because he was like, just get a safe and secure job. He's like, Aaron, I can get you in IBM, I can get you in Oracle, I can get you in Capgemini. He's like, let me just get you in an IT firm, we'll get you nice and secure, we'll get you in a lovely degree. And I said, Dad, I don't want it, I want the charts. And he said, Aaron, Forex, you don't know what the hell you're doing. I said, Dad, I promise you. I said, Dad, one day I'm gonna be a millionaire. He's like, you're an idiot.
But you know what? Do you think that provided you enough motivation and fire, I think, behind it, like your drive behind it's like, I'm going to prove him wrong kind of thing?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It gave me, like, like when you're either like working late studying or up early in the morning, you're tired or whatever, like when you're thinking, I could just lay in bed for another half an hour, or you think, it's like, it's 12 o'clock, I should go to bed, but I'm studying. When you think, okay, I've got people to prove wrong here, let me just stick this out, let me just finish this up, or let me just, let's get out of bed right now, because, we've got a point to prove, right? Mm-hmm. It's that kind of motivation that you've got a lot of people to prove wrong. If anyone's ever doubted you on this call right now, or doesn't believe in what you're doing, right? Oof. Use that as motivation to keep you glued into the source, man, because you've got some people to prove wrong, man. That's a great point to prove.
We're about to close out here really soon. We have 8 minutes till our opportunity call, so I don't want to rob anybody the opportunity of being able to get on there. So I'm going to do something different with you, Aaron. We're going to have a rapid fire round. I'm going to ask you about 5 questions. Like a rap battle? Yeah, it's going to be quick, right? Rapid fire round. I'm just going to go. I'm actually going to put a timer here.
I thought you said we're going to have a rap battle. I was going to get the lyric book out, from back in high school.
Next time, for sure. Okay. So we're gonna put let's put 2 minutes, because I don't want to cut you off or anything. I'm gonna put 2 minutes, and I'm just gonna start. Okay, but the point is, you have to answer from the first thing that comes into your mind, and try to keep it at 1 word each. Okay.
Yeah, got it.
All right, you ready? And go. What is your name?
Aaron.
Where do you live?
England.
What car? Why did that take you so long?
I'm like, where do I live?
Where do I live?
Town.
Not the address.
Yeah, I was giving you a postcode.
Okay. What car do you drive? That could be more specific.
I've got a Jaguar F-Type, the S version in black.
Nice. What year did you start trading?
Oh, it was 2013, I think.
Are these getting too hard for you?
2013.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite pair to trade?
Oh, GBP, JPY.
Yeah. Oh, I knew that was going to be easy for you because you always have that on your tag. What's your favorite food?
Man. Oh my God, pasta.
And your favorite drink?
Italiano.
Alcoholic.
Alcoholic?
Yeah.
Alcoholic. Okay. I'll be honest. I'll say beer. It's going to be beer.
What kind of beer?
I love a premium beer, like a Dutch premium beer, like an Amstel or an Estrella from Spain. I'm a beer guy. Australia. Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. And what is one place you haven't been to that's on your bucket list?
Bali.
Bali. Ooh,
Yeah.
I love it.
Australia.
I love it.
It's amazing.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I love it. And when are you going to go there?
This year for sure. When they let us go, I'm going.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay, what's your favorite color? Let's get back to something really simple.
Green.
That took too long.
It was blue when I grew up. I'm conflicted, blue or green, but it's green. I've got plants all around here. My back wall, you can't see it. It's all green. It's beautiful. I love it.
Okay, name 3 things. Just 3 things that you say to yourself every single day.
Yes, I can.
I love it. And that's time. And that's time. That was awesome. Thank you so much. This was so much. We got to do this again because maybe we should just start a whole series because people are just like, they're loving it. What do you guys think? This is so much fun. Man. I definitely could have you here like every month and just doing something fun like this. So
let's do it, man.
Yeah, man. Anyhow, if you guys want to know more about what we do and what we're doing and where we are going, because we're really massively exploding our family on this end, definitely go ahead and message us. We actually have a call, like I mentioned, in the next 5 minutes. If you want to DM me, I'll go ahead and send you the link. That would be the probably easiest way. And first, and actually last but not least, I wanted to thank, because we're ending. We're not first and foremost. We're ending this conversation. I want to thank Aaron AJ Crosbie for being an amazing guest today. And guys, definitely hit him up. Go ahead and drop your socials in the chat if you can. I don't know if you can see the chat from there, but go ahead and drop that in there for them. And you guys definitely tune in, follow him, go ahead and follow us on our journey. And we'll see you guys on the other side. Anything you want to go ahead and add to that? Any last words? Any last words? Gun to your head.
Any last words? Yeah, if it's gun to head, and these are my last words, all I've got to say is keep hustling the hustle, baby.
So I'll add one. Make this year your greatest yet.
That's what I meant to say. She stole my line. Man. I'm telling you.
I was like, all right, you guys. This was such a blast. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, go ahead and share this out. Tag someone who you know would probably really love listening to this conversation. It'll be on YouTube, and I'll go ahead and share the link once that is done. It'll be accessible for the next 30 days. So again, share. And if you love it, comment. If you want to ask more questions, go ahead and maybe AJ come in here and answer them for you.
Let's do it, man. I'm here, man. I'm here with Thursday. Let's go, guys.
Is that all Thursday?
That's a line from Shrek.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Have a beautiful Friday. And remember, you make your week and life amazing because it's all up to you. Remember that. So love you guys. And I'll see you guys on the other side.
Later
Take
on.
care.
Thank you for having me on.